We're going to jump into section 7, and you'll see that this is mislabeled here as activity. These are going to be our video notes right up here. We're talking about theoretical and experimental probability. Now what we are trying to figure out is what these words actually means, what they mean, and when you would use them. So theoretical probability is saying something like, well, if I'm flipping a coin, I should get heads half the time. It's kind of the should. This is what you expect. This is what would be fair. This is the fraction that makes sense based on the situation, not because you've tried it, but because you've just looked at it. So if a coin has 2 equal sides, the chances of getting 1 is 1 out of 2. So what you expect. How it should be. These are phrases that would describe theoretical probability. So it's not a technical definition, but it's kind of explaining what it would mean. The next one, define experimental probability, or explain what experimental probability is. It's trying, running a simulation. Run a simulation. And that's a big word for try it and see what happens. Don't tell me that the coin flips heads half the time. Flip the coin 500 times and tell me how many times it actually flipped heads. That would be an experiment. Just try it. Would be a little phrase that might go with that. So with theoretical, it's how it should be. Experimental is when you try it, what happens. This last one says, in what kinds of situations do you have to use experimental probability instead of theoretical probability? There are some situations where there is no theoretical answer. You need to just try it and see what it is. Usually those are going to be situations that involve people. People is a good situation where you learn about their skills by observing them, not by just predicting it based on who they are. So a basketball player, what is their free throw percentage? Well, there's nothing that says that they theoretically should make a certain number. So we watch how many they actually make, and we use the experimental probability, which are sometimes called their stats, to figure out how good they are. What are the chances they'll make it in the future? We look at the past. So often humans or other animals, any kind of creature that doesn't follow very strict, rigid rules the way like a computer would, or a die or a card would. So often humans, unclear situations might have an issue with that. Those are the kinds of things where experimental probability is needed. I think sports is a place where often it is experimental probability that we rely on, not theoretical, especially again tying back to humans and how they perform. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a baseline to work with as you look at other problems.